Traders, total success. What a week. January 5th to 9th, 2026. We're talking a 70% winning trade rate. Let's dive into the results and see how we hit that 70% win rate. The market from January 5th to 9th was on fire. The S&P 500 closed the week at 6,921, up 1.6%. So, how did our 10 recommendations stack up against reality? 7 out of 10 were winners. We nailed the energy and defense plays. XLE Energy soared 4.38%. ITA Defense climbed 2.4%. Valero, VLO, jumped 3.8%. XLU Utilities gained a solid 1.8%. SLB added 1.5%. Our VIX calls were a huge winner, up 8%. And even UNG Natural Gas brought in a 2% gain. Our losses were controlled. The stop loss on our WTI trade hit, limiting the loss to just 1.1%. Same story with our Bitcoin short attempt. The stop loss kicked in for a small 1.5% loss. Gold ended up flat. The bottom line? A 70% hit rate with our average winner gaining over 3%, while our controlled losses averaged just over 1%. That's how you manage risk and come out ahead. So what lessons can we learn, and what's the market telling us today? First, what we absolutely nailed was the rotation into energy and defense stocks. It was perfect. That tanker crisis we've been talking about is creating a structural premium in these sectors, leading to huge gains in XLE, ITA, and Valero. And our errors? They were controlled. Our stop losses on crude oil and Bitcoin worked exactly as designed, protecting our capital from bigger drawdowns. Now, looking at today, January 9th, pre-market action shows this trend continuing. Defense is up over 1%, energy is up nearly 1%, and even utilities are climbing. Tech is taking a slight breather. The VIX, our volatility index, is holding its gains up 8% for the week. We have major end-of-week catalysts on the horizon, a Supreme Court ruling on tariffs and the upcoming OPEC Plus meeting on January 12th. This means one thing: executable volatility is here. All right, this is the moment. Here are 10 executable trades for the end of the week, all with a risk-to-reward ratio greater than 2 to 1. The momentum in energy and defense is strong, and yesterday's positive jobless claims report reinforces the Fed's current path. First up, XLE, the energy ETF. We're looking at an entry around 88.50, with a stop at 87.20. Let's not forget the small-cap world and the rumors swirling around the market. We've seen a confirmed institutional interest in several low-cap names this week, with volume spiking 25 to 40%. M&W in the logistics space is up 12% on the week, trading at 15 cents. VLX, a gaming AI play, is up 18% at just over 2 cents. Whales have been detected accumulating ORI at $4.20. The Kima presale is showing 35% momentum, and CoinDepot is sitting at a tiny $1.6 million market cap. What about end-of-week rumors? There's about a 40% chance of a strategic petroleum reserve release if oil goes above $65. The OPEC Plus meeting could see production cuts if the shadow tanker fleet usage drops. The tariffs ruling is expected to benefit defense and energy. And on Bitcoin, big whale accounts have accumulated 56,000 coins, while retail traders have been selling. So let's tie this all together with execution strategy and the key lessons from this week. Our risk management strategy was proven effective. A 70% hit rate led to average winning trades of over 3%. Our stop losses worked perfectly, keeping average losses to a tiny 1.3%. We stuck to our position sizing rule of risking only 1 to 2% per trade. And our call on the energy and defense rotation was perfect. For the end of the week, here's the plan. We're doubling down on our winners. We'll increase our position size in XLE, ITA, and VLO by about 15%. We are, however, reducing our exposure to the Bitcoin short, given the strong whale accumulation we're seeing. We're holding our VIX calls to capture the maximum potential from the tariffs catalyst. For low caps, remember to keep positions small, 0.5% of your portfolio max for each. And we're keeping 20% of our portfolio in cash to be ready for the volatility that the OPEC Plus meeting will bring next week. Traders, what a perfect week to summarize. 70% wins driven by a strong jobless claims beat and a record-setting Dow Jones. Our top trades, XLE, ITA, and VLO, all delivered fantastic returns. You now have 10 executable trade ideas for the end of the week and a look at the confirmed momentum in the low-cap space. Now I want to hear from you. Which trade are you watching today? Are you leaning more into energy or defensives? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for our critical OPEC Plus update on Monday, and check out the free guides in the description below. A quick reminder. This content is 100% educational. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research, as your capital is at risk. Please consult a licensed professional. Thanks for watching.